Welcome to this new episode of The Disabled Life. The purpose of this podcast is to tell people how I live my life. The name I'm using on the podcast now is The Disabled Guy, because I felt that you needed to hear something as opposed to just my voice there. I'm a disabled male living in Florida with cerebral palsy. I'm here to tell you how I live my life and some of the volunteer work that I do and how I managed to do it with cerebral palsy. Without further ado, let's go into the episode. Okay, here we go again. Hopefully now this works. Okay, this episode is going to be a special one because this episode is not going to be much talk about my life. It's going to be more about what's going to happen on my podcast, because this is my 2-year anniversary. I've been doing this for 2 years. I started doing this during COVID because most of the volunteer opportunities that I had shut down. So I said, okay. So the way I started the podcast is because I felt, and I still feel, that because of economics or whatever, or what have you, the disabled people don't have the voice out in the world that I am lucky to have, because I have the support of my mom and my family. And okay, for example, let me give you another one. Okay, I had, a friend of mine gave me a pair of headphones. I was using them, and all of a sudden they got a short in them. So meaning that so having a short in headphones, it's horrible, because you have to put your fingers on them and find out where the short is. And if you touch the right spot or move the cable in the right spot, you complete the circuit and they work. But that's very hard and very difficult to do for a few minutes, for up to 30 to 40 minutes while we record. So I told my mom what is going on. This is not sponsored, but I'm gonna plug them. I went into Sweetwater. It's a company that sells audio equipment, headphones, and all this. Where I bought my recorder, and I'll tell you in a minute what I have and how it started. So now what I did is I called. I had some ideas, and kudos to the engineer. I don't remember his name, but I had asked him for a price of Behringer headphones. I was looking at some $14 ones, but he said no, they're not comfortable. So okay, so he told me that they weren't really comfortable. So I went up to the $20 ones plus tax. Anyway, now let me go into what kind of equipment I have. I have the headphones that I mentioned. I have a Zoom PodTrack B4, an XLR type microphone, which I need because the recorder only accepts XLR cabling, which is a professional quality microphone, which is a professional microphone, that's a professional cable. Now let me talk about what's going on. Okay, now this one's not a good idea. So I went in here and I said, because my previous file corrupted, so let's start over. So now let me explain. So coming up in my next episode, coming up in my episode is I'm gonna start doing some guests. Got a friend of mine that's gonna come on and do person guest spot. So I had planned to do guests earlier, but due to scheduling and things, I have to wait till January. So let me tell you how I started my podcast journey. I started my journey during COVID. In COVID season meant that all my volunteer opportunities were being shut down. I was bored, so I was looking for something to do. So I started my podcast with a tablet and a little microphone that I still have, but I quickly gave that up because it wasn't where it was hard to use, and then I bought a computer, and then that's when I bought the recorder. Now let me go into some things that I'm wanting to do. As I said, I'm gonna have some guests next year January. That's gonna start, or earlier if I can get my friend out here earlier than that, because it's gonna be doing in person with me, and I'm also gonna take this opportunity to thank a few people, including my mom, for helping me and supporting me and allowing me to buy the things that I need to to put out better content for you guys. I appreciate you guys, I really do. It's something without you, this podcast would not be. I never thought that this disabled person would have so much of an impact, so much of a listen. I have people from a lot of other countries that listen to me and support me, and but if it wasn't for the free Spotify for podcasters thing, it wouldn't be here, because I would not be able to pay monthly to support my podcast. I would not be able to pay monthly because that's out of my budget. I don't like to pay that. I wouldn't have to pay that, and I don't think I could have been justified that to my mom. So now, I would also like to give special thanks to a few people there, including my mom. So, um, I also would like to thank Mama D for her support, her friendship. Mama D from Pedal for support. Thank you. Thank you. I really enjoy talking to you. The way we started talking is I talked to her about a topic that I wanted her to do because it was hitting too close to home. I didn't want to do it. But I felt that it needed to be done, so I went ahead and asked her to do it. And she gracefully did it, and I appreciate it. We're we be, as after that we became friends, and we continue to talk. I appreciate your friendship, and it's something that I never thought I would do. I'm not gonna say okay. So now, I, as a disabled person, I lacked some confidence. I was in a way I was scared to public speak. I honestly was afraid to. But right now, I put this mic up, connect this mic, and I sit here and I talk to you guys. I feel like I'm talking to you, even though I'm talking to a recording. And also thank you to Maria from Podcast Support Community, and I'm also active in some podcast groups for new people, because I feel that I can contribute, and I can contribute when it comes to Podcast Support Community. I've been contributing there. This is a journey that I never thought I'd be on. I never thought I'd be on this journey, but here I am. I'm actually not feeling too well today, but here I am with you. I've made a commitment to doing 2 a week, so here I am. Oh, let me talk about my COVID experience and my podcast experience. So, yeah. So the first time I had COVID twice. First time I had COVID, I could not record because I was on a tablet, and if I were to stop the recording, it wouldn't have a pause. It would just either stop or start. So I couldn't record because I was coughing. But and I was starting starting my second episode, which is on I don't know what episode was first for me. I think it was a Saturday. I'm not positive on that, but so when I got COVID the second time, I was able to record, even though it was a hard record for me. The reason I call it a hard record is because I had to pause and stop. I had to stop and pause a number of times, sip water and all these things, because my throat was drying and I was coughing, and here I am. The reason I'm telling you these things is because, man, I feel a sense of responsibility and a sense of commitment to you. If I miss a week, I don't want to do that. I missed a week. I missed a week because of broken headphones, because they didn't come in time. I wasn't, I was covering up for my mom and stuff, but I wasn't happy with it because I missed it. I missed this. I missed getting behind this mic. I miss getting behind this mic, and I miss getting putting out content for you guys, because I really appreciate you for listening to me. Because without you, this podcast would not be, and I would not be sitting here behind this mic with the gain of confidence that I've gotten. With that, thank you for listening. In closing, let me say thank you for listening to this episode of The Disabled Life. You can follow me on the following platforms. You can follow me at Good Pods. You can leave comments, messages there. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Disabled Guy. And you can also listen to me on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and many others. Once again, thank you for listening, and I'll also give you my email. My email is Kilo Echo 4 Kilo Echo Yankee, or KE4 KEY at gmail.com. Once again, thank you, and thank you for your support. And I'll see you next week. And in closing, also, I am going to let you know that you can also go on to Spotify and follow me there, and leave messages there, also on ratings. And I would love it. I would really appreciate it and love it if you would leave me a comment in Apple Podcast, or because that really helps, and it helps me tell what people were thinking and what they wanted. You can also leave a star rating there, 1 through 5, if you wish. Oh.